You stood tall for your family your whole life. But every night, your strength is quietly slipping away. And most seniors never even realize it, not during the day, while you sleep. There's one overlooked step, backed by Harvard-level research, that can increase overnight muscle repair by up to 40%. And it has nothing to do with exercise. I'll show you exactly what to do, and why skipping it may be the reason you're waking up weaker. If it's getting harder to stand up, climb stairs, or feel steady on your feet. It's not just age. After 60, your muscles begin breaking down faster than they rebuild. But here's the part most people don't know. The greatest loss happens at night. In this episode, I'll walk you through the one pre-bed habit I recommend to every patient over 60 to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent. Of course, always talk to your doctor first, but this one ritual could be the reason you keep your strength or slowly lose it. 1. Why muscle loss? Accelerates overnight. Rosa, 72, used to wake up feeling stiff, not sore from activity, but weak, like her legs weren't fully on yet. She thought it was arthritis, maybe just age. But what we found in her blood work, and what science now confirms, tells a very different story. At night, when your head hits the pillow, your body doesn't stop working. It begins a critical process called muscle protein synthesis, repair mode. But here's the catch. If there's no fuel coming in, your body has to break down its own muscle to get what it needs. This process is called catabolism. And after 60, your risk of it skyrockets, especially if you go to bed on an empty stomach. Your body enters an 8-hour fast, and without amino acids in your system, it starts recycling muscle tissue, like a generator tearing itself apart to stay running. In 2012, a Dutch study at Maastricht University led by Dr. Rez found something powerful. When healthy older adults consumed 40 grams of casein protein before bed, their muscle protein synthesis jumped by 22%, compared to those who ate nothing. They verified this through muscle biopsies using labeled amino acid tracers. That's right, the body didn't just maintain muscle while they slept. It actually built more. So, why is this even more important for seniors? Because after 60, your body develops something called anabolic resistance. That means the same protein that worked in your 40s no longer activates repair the way it used to. You need more, and you need it at the right time. But I eat protein during the day, Rosa said. The truth? That protein is long gone by midnight. Her muscles were being asked to rebuild, with no tools. And what most seniors don't realize is, this silent breakdown repeats every single night. 2. Casein, the slow-release repair fuel. Rosa didn't just need more protein, she needed the right kind. You see, not all proteins work the same way. Whey protein, for example, floods your system fast. It's like a firecracker, quick, intense, and gone in an hour. But casein protein, that's a candle. It burns slow, steady, and stays with your body for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. That's exactly the kind of delivery your muscles need during the long overnight fast. Now, here's the science. A 2017 dose-response study published in the Journal of Nutrition by Dr. Koo at Maastricht University tested different amounts of casein. They found that only 40 grams was enough to meaningfully stimulate overnight muscle protein synthesis. 20 grams had almost no effect. Only the 40-gram dose helped seniors achieve positive protein balance while they slept. That's the difference between waking up weaker and waking up with more strength than you had the night before. So, what does 40 grams actually look like? You have 2 options: micellar casein powder, easy to mix with water or almond milk, or, if you prefer real food, about 1.5 cups of plain cottage cheese gets you close. Some of my patients like adding a few banana slices or a touch of cinnamon. That's fine, just keep it light on sugar. Rosa started with a small shake 45 minutes before bed. Within 10 days, she noticed she could stand up faster in the morning and even walk farther without feeling wobbly. "It's like my legs don't feel hollow anymore," she told me. But what most people miss is what comes next. Because the real challenge for seniors isn't just what you eat. It's how your hormones respond to it overnight. 3. Your hormonal night shift is missing. Even with the right protein, your body still needs the right signals to use it. That's where your nighttime hormones come in. Think of them like your body's overnight construction crew. Growth hormone, insulin, melatonin, all coordinating repairs while you rest. But after 60, some of those crew members don't show up anymore. Let me explain. Growth hormone, your master builder. It's responsible for triggering deep tissue repair. But by age 60, your levels drop to just 20 to 30% of what they were in your 20s. That's like asking a team to build a house with no foreman on site. Even worse, cortisol, your stress hormone, doesn't wind down at night like it used to. A 2022 review in BMC Geriatrics showed that seniors experience up to a 19% increase in evening cortisol per decade after 50. Cortisol is like a fire alarm in your body, and at night, it tells your system, break down muscle, we need emergency energy. Now add to that one more piece. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to insulin, the hormone that helps shuttle nutrients into cells. So even if you eat the right food, the key may not unlock the door anymore. That's why some seniors still feel tired in the morning, even with a decent sleep and healthy diet. Rosa told me, "I sleep through the night, but I still feel drained." Her body wasn't recovering, it was surviving. But this is where it gets hopeful. There are ways to rebalance your hormonal night shift. Keep your bedroom cool and dark to support melatonin. Stop screen time 60 minutes before bed. Avoid alcohol, even small amounts, after 7 p.m. And pair that pre-sleep casein with gentle evening movement, like stretching or a slow walk. Your inflammation clock resets right here. And if you reset the clock, you change the outcome. 4. The exercise multiplier effect. "I'm too old to lift weights." That's what Frank, 74, told me the first time we met. He was dealing with muscle loss, low energy, and slower recovery after even simple walks. But here's what he didn't realize. It's not about lifting heavy. It's about activating the signal that tells your body, we need to rebuild. And that signal, it gets dramatically stronger when you move, right before dinner. Here's what the research shows. A 2016 study from the Journal of Nutrition, Harvard et al., Maastricht University, found that combining light evening resistance training with 40 grams of casein before bed increased muscle protein synthesis by 31% more than protein alone. Why? Because movement sensitizes your muscle cells. Think of it like this. Exercise flips on the open sign for your muscle repair shop. Without that sign, the protein delivery truck just drives by. And you don't need a gym. Frank didn't lift weights. He started with 10 minutes of evening activity, stair walking, air squats by the bed, wall push-ups, nothing extreme. Within 2 weeks, he noticed something subtle but powerful. "I could feel my legs catching me again," he said, like they were awake, not lagging behind. So, here's the protocol. Do 5 to 10 minutes of gentle resistance before dinner, 2 to 3 times per week. Use body weight, stairs, sit to stand, resistance bands, or wall presses. Then have your casein shake or cottage cheese 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This primes your body to receive, absorb, and repair instead of breaking down. Miss this next step, and you may undo the progress you just made. Because even if you're eating right and moving, one hidden habit might still be draining your strength. 5. Cottage cheese versus supplements. Not everyone likes powders. Some seniors prefer to keep things simple. Real food, real texture, real habits. That's exactly what Betty 70 told me. I just want something I can chew. Powder makes me feel like I'm sick. So, let's talk options. We already know that casein protein is key to muscle repair during sleep. But what most people don't realize is that you don't need a supplement to get it. Casein is naturally found in dairy. And one of the best nighttime sources? Plain cottage cheese. A 2015 study by Snyder's et al. Showed that 27.5 grams of protein from whole food like cottage cheese consumed at bedtime led to measurable increases in muscle fiber size and strength over 12 weeks. The reason? Whole food digests slower than powder. The fat and structure of cottage cheese form what's called a curd matrix, like a protective bubble around the protein, helping it release steadily for hours. Think of it like this. Powder is a direct fuel injection, but cottage cheese is like a slow drip IV, gentle, continuous, and natural. So, what's the dose? About 1 to 1.5 cups of plain, low-fat cottage cheese gives you 25 to 30 grams of protein. Optional, add a small handful of berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Avoid sugary fruit or flavored versions. They spike blood sugar, which can interfere with melatonin. Betty found that she actually slept better on nights when she had cottage cheese. It felt like my body wasn't starving in the dark, she told me. The point isn't to pick one perfect food. It's to find a routine that fits your rhythm and keeps your muscles fed when they need it most. For many seniors, this is when the fog starts to lift. But there's still one invisible force working against you. And it's not your diet. 6. The inflammation saboteurs. I'm doing everything right, so why do my legs still feel tired? That's what Robert, 69, asked me. He was eating protein, doing light resistance, even improving his sleep, but something still felt off. So we ran a test. His CRP and IL-6, both markers of chronic inflammation, were high. Not dangerously high, but just enough to interfere with recovery. Here's what most seniors don't hear. Inflammation doesn't just hurt joints. It silently blocks muscle repair, especially at night. When you're inflamed, your body produces chemicals like TNF-alpha and interleukin-6. These aren't bad in small bursts, but chronically elevated, they tell your system, we're in danger, stop building, start breaking down. Even worse, cortisol rises alongside these inflammatory markers, compounding the damage. It's like trying to rebuild a house while the wrecking crew is still inside. A 2021 meta-review in Science Direct found that reducing nighttime inflammation helped restore muscle protein synthesis in older adults, especially when paired with anti-inflammatory nutrition. So, what helps? Omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil or algae oil, turmeric, curcumin, with black pepper extract, green leafy vegetables like spinach, arugula, and kale. Here's the stack I often suggest. Take omega-3, 1 to 2 grams EPA-DHA with dinner, or brew a turmeric tea, 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, plus a pinch of black pepper, plus warm almond milk. Then follow with your casein routine 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's what Robert did. And within 3 weeks, he told me, my legs feel less angry, like the tension is finally gone. The real risk starts after this moment, because it's not just about repair, it's about protecting what you've already built. 7. The 3-tier protocol for seniors. Rosa came back 6 weeks later with something in her hands. A journal. Inside it were just 2 columns. Left side, her bedtime habit. Right side, how her body felt the next morning. I just wanted to see if this was really working, she said, and I didn't realize how much progress I'd made until I saw it written down. What Rosa did, without realizing it, was activate something called habit stacking, layering small behaviors to create compounding strength over time. And for seniors over 60, this is how you win back strength and keep it. Let's walk through the 3-tier overnight muscle protocol. Tier 1, nutrition timing. Eat 40 grams of casein protein powder or 1.5 cups cottage cheese. Do this 30 to 60 minutes before bed, consistently. Add a small handful of berries or cinnamon if you prefer real food. Tier 2, pre-dinner movement. Add 5 to 10 minutes of resistance before dinner, 2 to 3 times a week. Examples: chair squats, stair walking, resistance bands. This primes the muscles to absorb amino acids more efficiently. Tier 3, recovery ritual. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Optional, sip a turmeric tea or take omega-3 with dinner. Track how you feel each morning for 2 weeks. Think of this like watering a tree every night, not dumping a bucket once a week. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Rosa said, "I didn't realize my body could still change this late in life, but it can. It is. This isn't optional. It's foundational. And the best part? Once this becomes part of your rhythm, it no longer feels like work. You've spent a lifetime building strength, not just in your body, but in your family, your work, your values. But what most people never realize is the fight to stay strong doesn't happen in the gym. It happens in the quiet moments, the choices we make before we rest. Tonight is another chance, a chance to feed your muscles, calm your hormones, and tell your body you're still worth rebuilding. So, let me ask you gently, what's one small thing you're willing to change before bed tonight? Let me know in the comments. And if this message helped you, consider subscribing. We're here to help you age stronger, not softer.